guys, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead. My name is Casey, and we're going to do a little update on the deck that we've been working on, doing our renovation, which you have seen, I believe, 3 parts. And what you have been seeing was probably about a month ago. But we have had so much going on. You know, this is the season where kids have ball games and all that stuff. We got a new water heater. We had a leak upstairs. So we've kind of had to work around everything. You know how life goes. But I want to walk you around and show you what we've done in the last little bit. My wind chime over here is going crazy today. But I want to show you a little bit about what we've been doing, get you caught up, and then I'm going to work on something special that I've got to get done real quick. So let's go down there and look back up here and see what's changed. I'm going to get our new people caught up. So our back deck, this was a flower bed. And if you look back at my garden tours last year, this was a flower bed that was where my tomatoes were. Here at the end of the deck was a ramp that went up. And it went around to a huge back deck back here. Well, now you see we've almost got it done. And we have filled in the holes out here a little bit where the 4x4 supports were. This was right here, the edge of the railing went up and then went that way. And the railing stopped, the deck was about right here. So we took it back to here and then we put some steps on there. And then over here, this was just where the rail was, where you come around and went down to the deck, to the ramp. And so we just made this even with the gutter up there just to keep it under that little roof part there. And then we left enough over here to where we can put a couple of chairs if we want to. And don't mind the random boxes because we had to clean out the pantry over there when our water heater got changed out. Big mess. So let's go over here. We've got some cinder blocks here. And as you can see, this is the project I'm working on. Building some half hexagon 3-sided steps to come off of this. And then you see the deck up there. We've been doing some cleaning out, rearranging. And underneath the deck was a concrete patio or a concrete slab. And I've told you my plans before, but after uncovering it, this little area right here, I think they were, because it's not even. Let me see if I can show y'all. See. Okay, it's not even. It kind of goes back that way. So with it being flat here, and then I think they were chipping this out maybe to break that up or something. I'm not really for sure. But I'm going to put a flower box right here and then cover all that up. So over here you'll see we have done the steps, not finished yet. We still got to put those little kick plates there, and I've got to cut those down to size, get those put up, and there's our deck looking this way. And you also see we've got the banisters put up, or the railings, to go around the side. All of this is repurposed from what we tore out. And we've got a ton of wood laying around that we're going to use to put raised beds like out here. Because we've got all this area out here that we can put raised beds. And I am planning on doing that pretty soon. Anywho, there's the deck update. This right here is going to be a little sitting area, and then the flower box there. So you'll be able to walk down and then come over here and sit. And I may kind of incorporate a little table or something right here. So we've got a bench here and a bench there. We've got to fix those benches that are there, but that is the idea. And then right here where these boxes are, I've got a big flower pot, and let's see if you can see it. It's right there. That is going to come down here on this corner, and I'm going to put some flowers and stuff in it. So what I'm working on now are these steps right here. And since I have sewing customers come over all the time, because I do alterations, sewing and alterations for the public. They've got to be able to get in and out with ease. And since the ramp is no longer here, and it was, actually a hazard to walk on because it was breaking up so bad and rotting, I didn't want to put them at risk or anything. So that's why we were tearing this out. So now I've got to make these really shallow steps. These over here are not bad, but I even want to make them shallower because the ones out front you will kill yourself on. Because they are so, like, one's 5 inches, one's like 7 or 8 inches. Another one is like 2 inches. It's absolutely nuts. But these right here are all going to be like 5.5 inch steps. I'm trying to stick to 5, but I think they're going to be 5.5. And I'm putting, I believe, 5 here. And that way we can come off on any direction and be able to access our yard. So, let's get to work. You're messing up my sitting area. You're playing. You have something to do.
Yeah, I'm burying my hand.
Fun.
Hands slip now.
Okay, guys. I have worked a little bit on it today. I have gotten to the point where I have run out of the 2x4s from the deck, and now we're going to have to start ripping down either some 2x6s or 2x8s. And let me show you what I got done, and then we'll talk about what's next. Okay, so you see here, I've got the top step done. I got the second step done, and I have laid out the third and the fourth so I can kind of get an idea, because my brain is fried right now, of how long this piece right here is going to be on each side. And these are half a hexagon, so it is going to go all the way back, and all of this is going to be flush in the back here. And so now we've got to take, let me show you this stack of wood, not that one, over here. We've got 2x6s and 2x8s over here, and we can either rip down the 2x6s or we can rip down the 2x8s. But in order to do that, we've got to get out the big table saw, and it's getting cold out here, and of course it's getting dark. Clouds are rolling in. It may sprinkle a little bit or whatever, but we've got to get the table saw out. That way we can rip down these other boards and be able to fit them down to make some more 2x4 so I can get the frames built. And then all I've got to do, and you can see, let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. You can see I'm actually building them from top down, because I've never done this before, and I've got enough in me to wing it, I believe. So I built the top one with the measurements of this top up here, and kind of eyeballed it, kind of where I wanted it to go. Figured it out. The top step is going to have 3 of the deck steps here. It's 3 of those deep. And then the next steps are going to have 2. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to lay them out yet. I know the top, I believe, is going to go just crossways like that, straight across, left to right. And then these down here, I don't know if I'm going to angle them or if they're just going to be flat across as well. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it with what I got. And but I'm not putting them together from top to bottom. I'm building them top to bottom. And then I'm going to put them over here after we, oh Lord, he's going to hurt himself. We've got sand and pavers right there that we're going to put down here because this is a washout where all the water was that ran, that ran down through here. And then it kind of pooled right there. And it made kind of like a sinkhole or washout right there. Shh. So we're putting sand and pavers down right here to make this flat. And then after I get all 5 steps built, then I'll start putting them from the bottom up. I want to attach them permanently until I dry fit them, make sure everything's okay. I think the top step is going to end up being about a 1/2 inch shorter from the top of the deck than the rest of them, but that's okay because I'm trying to make shallow steps. So I guess you guys will just have to stick around with me so we can build these things together, because like I said, I've never built hexagon steps or 3-sided deck steps before, and it has been an adventure for sure. It has worked my brain, and my brain is tired. I started on these yesterday, actually, and I did a little bit today, and I'm just going to have to work on them as I can. I'll bring you guys along as I'm doing them when I can, because we've got ball games and stuff all week. And is that my dirt milkshake? Yes. Yes. And then hopefully this will inspire you guys to build something. And know that you can, because I've never done this before. I sew, I quilt. It's kind of the same thing. I've helped my dad do it all my life, and I've helped other people do it all my life. I just jump in there with both feet. If you mess it up, what's the worst thing is you take it apart and you do it again. You know, that's why I'm building it one step at a time, and I'm not putting it all the way together permanently until I see the finished product, and then I'll brace it all down. So hang in there with me, guys, and we're going to get these deck steps built in the next few weeks because I only have about a day or two a week to work on them with limited amount of hours, and we've got to drag the big equipment out now to get all this wood ripped down. Maybe I can do enough at one time to get it all prepared where I can just use it and cut it down as I need it. So stick around and we will see what these things are going to turn out looking like. Bye guys.